Welcome to Coffee and Bottles with Mathusha and Adriana.
Hi, I'm Mathusha.
And I'm Adriana. Been running.
Yeah, we did it. Yay.
Take three, four? I don't know. Let's talk.
Yeah,
You've been busy.
I have. I've had two weddings.
Whoa.
We went to the beach today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's been a busy week. Considering it was like weeks on end we were doing nothing, and then all of a sudden it's like, let's have a
Yeah,
million things
yeah,
to do.
yeah.
Um, we were supposed to have his 1 year old photo shoot tomorrow, but
Oh,
then
how
we
cute.
Yeah, but then we had to move it to next week because it has to go in for a meeting.
Okay.
So it was like super last minute. So that's something I will definitely talk about next time we record.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. But the weddings were good. Like on Friday night, it was my cousin,
Mhm.
and um, it was a Hindu ceremony.
Okay.
It was nice.
Nice.
Um, about 100 people. So it's
Okay.
pretty big. Everyone wore masks. We were
Oh,
all 6 feet.
God.
Yep. It was in a
Yeah,
banquet hall.
ask about that.
It was, towards the end, it was kind of concerning. Everyone started, taking off their masks, but for the
Hmm.
most part, we
Hmm.
did pretty well, I would say.
Okay. Hmm.
Um, and then the next day was like the complete opposite. It was like a
Hmm.
small wedding at a temple,
Hmm.
only about 20 people or 30
Okay.
people.
Okay.
Yeah, not a lot of people at all. So it was busy but fun, definitely fun, and a good
Nice.
change from not having anything to do.
Hmm.
Very busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we went to the beach today, which was great.
Cool.
We went closer to the falls, Niagara Falls, um,
Mm.
and we spent time around a beach there. And yeah, it was fun. Like, okay, so I don't know about you, but I'm always a little concerned about like having um, my little one go into
Hmm.
like water.
Oh yeah. Percent. 100%. Every
Okay.
single time I'm just like, don't let go of me. Like I just
Yeah,
we hear so many stories and
exactly.
oh, I don't know. I
Yeah. So
want to teach them swimming.
it, no, for sure. I think that that's a life skill. Every every person should know how to swim, or at least know how to float, like something,
Hmm.
right? Like just to or doggy paddle. Like
Yeah.
even if you can't like front stroke and backstroke and the whole bit, like if you can
Yeah.
doggy paddle, then that's good enough, right?
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember like a swimming instructor, someone was saying that like everybody floats, like everyone's body floats, like obviously
yes.
not just like, being all limp or whatever, but you have to kick your feet and you kind of like wave your arms around. But for the
Hmm.
most part, we can all float. So it
Yeah.
was like, okay, like as long as I teach the kids that, then it should be okay.
Yeah. It's when you're in a state of panic,
Mm-hmm.
that's when something can go wrong. But
Exactly.
if you're relaxed, yeah, you can definitely float.
Yeah.
It just takes some practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen those like there's these like really viral videos about kids, babies who are
Hmm.
in the pool and they like naturally know how to
Swim?
swim or something like that? Because they said it has
No.
something to do with being in the womb and being around water. It's very like, yeah, it's
That's
something
so
like
cool.
innate. Yeah. I really have to fact check that, but
Yeah.
basically, like they have the ability to learn really quickly. So we should
See
really
that,
do that.
but you know what? That's the thing. That's why they have all these like little schools that start them off as early as 6 months. Like I took
Mhm.
for a class around 4 months, I think, 4 or 5 months.
Mm.
And I wasn't sure like if it was the right decision for us. So I wanted to do like a trial. So I did one class,
Mm-hmm.
and we sang songs. It was kind of like a play group, like a mommy play group, but
Oh,
in the
nice.
water. Yeah,
Oh, that's
and
cute.
yeah, so he got an opportunity to like dunk in the water, jump off like a little floaty, and have that experience. And he did pretty well. I was kind of surprised how much he enjoyed the water. Um, but it's interesting because at the end of it, I'm like, you know what, this may not be a right time for him to learn. Maybe I should wait until he's a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
But you can start as early,
Mm-hmm.
and they probably learn faster if you put them in earlier, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, was that the baby spa thing that you did?
No, it was making waves.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
they have like schools all over Ontario,
Oh, okay.
or maybe the GTA. I'm not sure, but it's called Making Waves, and he went in for a trial. But I think when he's about um, maybe two, or
Mm-hmm.
when COVID's a little bit more relaxed, or we
Mm-hmm.
have a vaccine, however
Mm-hmm.
long that takes,
I know.
um, then I would really like him to go into lessons. Like I know how to swim, and
Yeah,
I think for sure he needs to learn, and the sooner
that's
the better.
good. That's
Yeah.
good. I did, I think it was like whatever the tat I don't know what the thing's called, tadpole, guppy, or
Yeah, I remember when I was younger.
yeah. I
Yeah,
did like the
guppy.
lowest one and then
Yeah.
that was it. I was like,
Oh,
I can't.
I think I made it up to like lifeguard, and then for some reason I
What?
didn't end up doing lifeguard. Yeah, so I learned how to swim, but no, for some reason I don't know, maybe I was 13 or
That
14,
yeah.
and
That's
it was just
super good to
lifeguard.
know. So if we ever go to the beach,
Oh
I'm
yes.
pointing to you.
Yes. I will be there. Um, but yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to tell you a story, but then I can't mention the person's name.
Oh, um, you can use code names.
Oh yes. So my best friend,
Hmm.
when we went to Cuba,
Hmm.
when we were snorkeling, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna no, before we went snorkeling, I'm like, I'm gonna teach you how to float. So we're in the swimming pool on the
Uh-huh.
resort, and,
Hmm.
and I'm trying to teach her how to float. So she's ready for snorkeling, but obviously for snorkeling, you can wear a life jacket, and
Right.
you can just float yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
and have and yeah, you don't really need to know how to swim. It's a good skill, but not really. Just like dunk your head in the water and look at the fish. Oh man.
And I know who you're talking about, so
Yeah.
that just makes it even funnier.
I know, right? Oh, poor
So funny.
friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, my daughters will be Anna and Elsa.
Oh, Anna and Elsa, I love
Yeah. And, we'll see. We'll try it out. Their names might change every week. I don't know.
that. You know what? I should come up. Okay, Mowgli.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Mowgli.
Mowgli. Anna,
I
Elsa,
like the
and
Elsa.
Mowgli.
Oh,
It's gonna be
nice.
random, but we got
Okay.
it.
Sounds good. I just have to remember which one's old. Oh, yeah. No, okay. I got it. Yeah. Oh, hello? No, no,
Oh,
no.
I can hear you. I can hear
Oh,
you. You're
okay.
not gone.
I had a moment of panic there.
Oh my god. So
Yeah.
much stress. I was like, holy crap. We were doing so well.
I know. I've been meaning to tell you this. So my youngest, Anna, is
Yeah.
working on her manners. Like we're working on teaching her her manners. So one
Oh.
day she was like, want to eat. And I was like, no, like, try it again. Use your magic words. And then she was like, apple. and pointing to her
She's like, why isn't Mama getting it? Apple, yum, yum, choo, choo.
And then my eldest, oh, she's going through a phase, I tell you. But
Oh,
it was almost time to clean up, so I was like, okay, why don't I help you with this? Because it's a really big mess. So I'll clean up the toys that I was playing with, and you can get started on some of the toys that you were playing with. So she's like,
yeah.
okay, okay. So she's cleaning and cleaning, and then she stops and she's like, okay, I'm all done. I'm like, no,
No, you're not.
Elsa, you're not done. There's still so many toys on the floor. And she's like, it's my first day.
What?
I know. How old are you, little lady? Your first day. And by the way, it is not your first day. Like, nice try, but no.
You've been here for a while.
Exactly. You know how this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cute. I can't. They're so smart, though.
Seriously?
Isn't it crazy how smart they are? Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like, how are you so little and so smart?
I know. Definitely something we should look into. I know that my immediate family has completely been like, oh, you need to put them in swimming. And every time I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But then they're
Yeah.
in water. And I'm like, no, we really need to do this. Like,
I know, right? No, it's such a good skill. Like, you could be living in the city your whole life, but that one day you go to the beach,
yeah,
it comes in handy.
exactly.
Like, it's just good to know. Very
Yeah.
good to know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but how, like, other than, you know, that, how was it going to the beach during this time?
It was actually surprisingly very busy.
Okay.
Even though we thought we were going to a beach that was small,
Mhm.
but the Niagara region has only opened up some of the beaches to the public, and
Oh,
some beaches are only for Niagara residents.
oh, okay.
And of course, you know that I don't live in Niagara, so
Mhm.
we did go to one beach that we really wanted to go to, and it had great reviews, but it was only opened for Niagara residents. So
Mhm.
we went on a recommendation from the person we spoke to at that beach
Mhm.
for this other one, and we went to that one, but it was a little bit more busier.
Right.
But the good thing is, everyone was 6 feet apart. Like, no one was like
Oh.
right beside you, right? Like, you were with your family and you stayed in your little bubble, but you're 6 feet apart from the next family, right? Which is the requirement. So
That's good. Yeah,
yeah.
that's like respectful too.
Yes.
I don't know about
Yeah.
you, but I'm always like I'm kind of happy about this whole bubble thing because sometimes, especially, where we used to live, that didn't
Yes.
really exist very much.
Nope.
Like you'll be at a
Nope.
bank and then all of a sudden someone is right by your back and it's like,
Yes.
no, don't need that.
No. Stay away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, what'd you do this week?
Yes, so I was actually at some family parties and it was really great because we hadn't seen a lot of this family for like, gosh, I think someone was saying 9 months or
Oh my
something like
gosh.
that. Yeah. And everyone's been really good social distancing and, as best as we can. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was really nice. Obviously, we were under 50 people. So,
Of course. Of
yeah.
course.
Yeah. But
Um.
it was nice to see people again.
Well, 9 months is like a whole baby.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's a long time.
Exactly.
Wow.
Pretty much a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that must have been fun to see everyone, and like the kids probably were so excited, right? Like to
Oh, yeah. Well,
play with their cousins and
so
see their aunts and uncles.
yeah, it's kind of like what we had talked about like in our previous conversation. about the whole, both Anna and Elsa have a lot of social anxiety,
Yeah.
like separation anxiety. So
Mm-hmm.
again,
Yes.
it's hopefully a phase, and like obviously COVID is not helping, but
Helping it. No.
and at first I was like, oh, maybe it'll be the opposite where they're just like, okay, I'm so sick of you, mom and dad. Like I want to see other people. But
Yeah.
it was still kind of like, oh, okay, I have to know where mom and dad is at all times. But that was like
Mm.
the first maybe hour or so, and then afterwards they loosened up a bit, and they were like laughing and smiling with everyone.
Aw,
It
that's
was
great.
good, yeah.
Yeah, that's always a concern, right? Like with everything that's going on, like the social skills, the
hmm
anxiety, like how are they going to cope when they're put into that situation? But they I think they excelled.
Yeah,
Like it only took them an hour. Like I think every kid it takes like a little bit of time for them to get used to a new environment, but that's
exactly.
today. So he's crawling all over the place. Okay, so here's the thing with he's funny. He learned to sit up on his own.
Mm.
Um, and then he went from sitting up on his own to
Mm.
army crawl to standing,
Oh,
and then holding onto my hands and started walking.
wow.
Yeah, but not on his own, but like, holding
Yeah,
my
yeah,
hands.
yeah.
And then now he's crawling, like on all fours.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, right? That's how
Okay.
I felt. I'm like, dude, I thought crawling was not in your future. That's why you started walking.
Oh, so funny. Yeah.
I wanted to be like Mowgli. but, but
Well,
it's so funny like how he did that, and now he just wants to crawl everywhere, and I'm like, no, no, it's time to
really?
walk.
That's so
Yeah.
oh, that's so
Yes,
cute.
he is. So he's crawling to the kitchen, and I'm like, I'm and I'm sitting on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And the kitchen's not that far away. Like we have an open concept area, and um he's crawling towards the kitchen, and I'm like, Mowgli.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks at me, and he has like this stern face, like his there's like wrinkles in between his nose and his eyes, like he is like, what?
Oh, he's mastered the look.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, no, you can't go in there, it's dirty, like don't do it. And then he starts throwing like a little mini tantrum. He's like, meh, 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 like and then he looks around, then he turns back around and then starts crawling towards there again.
Oh.
I'm like, Mowgli. And he's like, and then he looks and he gives me that face again. I'm like, you can't go in the kitchen. And then he's like, and then, whines a little bit more. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. So I get up, I pick him up, and I bring him closer to me. And
Yeah.
while I have him in my arms, he's just laughing. He thinks it's a joke.
Oh, they are so
I know. They drive me nuts, don't they?
yes, but they're
He's just
so
like,
cute. Yeah,
oh yes, oh my
yeah,
gosh, like he can get away with anything, really. Like,
yeah. Well,
I'm
that's
like, how are we going to discipline? I
I,
don't know.
oh, I know. It's like the whole hiding your face thing, or like think of
Yes.
something sad, think of something sad. Calm blue oceans or whatever you have to, whatever mantra you need.
Don't. It's like, don't laugh or they'll do it
Yeah,
again.
exactly. Well, I will keep a record of all the things they say.
That's awesome. Thank you for listening to Coffee and Bottles. Keep sipping on.